What's up, guys? Let me show you what we have going on today's job site. What we're going to be doing is restoring this older paver patio. We have a few issues that we're going to address. You can see on this outside edge we have some pavers that have started to sink. There's also no sand left in the joints. We basically just have moss growing in throughout. Quite a few spots over here that are unlevel. You can see here, right up through here. I think the rest of it looks pretty good. There's another little patio over here on this side, and then a walkway out front. I'll show you guys. This edging has been pushed up by the grass, so we're going to re-dig this up and get the edging in the way it's supposed to be. Same situation here though. There's no poly sand left. We have some weeds growing through. There's a couple areas where the pavers are sinking. A little bit right here. We have a couple pavers that have come up out of the ground. Right there, this edge here. The rest of it's fairly smooth. Some more edging over here that needs to be addressed. And then this area here, you can see these outside edge sunk pretty good. These are kind of wavy, so we're going to address all that. The first order of operation, you can see the guys are filling up the pressure washer. We're going to pressure wash these walkways and patios. I showed a walkway here in the front. Same deal here. We have some pavers coming up, unlevel, some loose ones, and then over here you can see this outside edge started to separate some, so we're going to address this too. So the plan is to power wash everything, then we're going to re-level everything, get it, everything is aligned as best as we can without taking the whole walkway apart, because that wasn't how, you know, the job was planned to go. We're going to power wash, try to tighten everything up, re-edge, and then poly sand it. And then up here, the customer had already started. The front was sinking along the fascia board down there, so he pulled these blocks up. We're going to get these reset back in there and get this level and get this brought up too as well. Alright guys, so here's the finished product. Like I said, we pressure washed everything, re-leveled the sand, and we added some chipstone in some of the low areas. We ran that plate compactor over top of the pavers to get them level again. You can see on the outer edge, some of the spacing between the pavers was still a little bit bigger, not on this side, but more on the right side here next to that little retaining wall. That's just because that wall is leaning out, and without ripping out that whole wall, you couldn't really fix that. Basically, the homeowner was trying to get them all level so there was no tripping hazards, and you know, as nice as possible without completely redoing everything, which I think we accomplished that. You guys let me know in the comments below what you think. And I'll apologize for all the time lapse in this one. I wasn't on site for most of this job. I was tied up with some other things, so Phil was in charge of being the cameraman. So make sure you let Phil know how he did, also in the comments below. We have a retaining wall job coming up next. We're starting that in a couple days, so that will be the next video I post. That should be pretty cool. It's going to be like a little parking area, and the retaining wall is holding it up. So as usual guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, and I'll catch you on the next one.